So you say you're an audiophile, but do you have everything that it takes to be an audiophile? I mean, what does your everyday carry, your audiophile everyday carry look like? Is it together? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Okay, things just got a little weird.
Hi, I'm Bob. Welcome back to the United States of Analog. Fun show today. Fun show. Lots of stuff to show you. We're going to talk about everyday carry. But before we do, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you like what I'm doing here, please show your support by doing any or all of that stuff. It means a lot to me, and I try to respond to almost every comment that comes through. I appreciate the support. I appreciate your kindness.
And that is enough groveling.
We're going to talk about everyday carry today for audiophiles. Now, what is everyday carry? You may be familiar with the term, you may not. I learned about everyday carry from a guy I met, Taylor Weldon. He's an adventurer, he's an explorer, he's a designer. He worked for Magpul, he designed all kinds of military stuff. He's designed backpacks, wallets, keychains. Not only does he design it, but he goes to the end of the earth to test all his stuff. I think it's just a great excuse for him to get out into the great outdoors. He loves doing that. You know, he does the stuff that most of us will never do. I live vicariously through Taylor, and he taught me about everyday carry. And everyday carry is the stuff that you have in your pocket, stuff that you have in your backpack, your purse, whatever. And you may not have thought about it much, but you do have everyday carry. Now, there's a whole culture out there of everyday carry, people that take it super seriously. They try to match the metals on their tools and the stuff that they have in their pockets, and they curate their stuff. And every day it's a different watch and a different wallet and a different something that they take with them, and it's pretty cool. And I think the audiophile world and the everyday carry world kind of merge together in some respects, because I started thinking about it today. I have a lot of stuff that I carry in this audiophile game. It may not be on my person, but it might be in a backpack. It might be in a small box next to my turntable. I'm going to show you my audiophile everyday carry, and my hope is that you will comment below and tell me what I've missed, and also tell me what your everyday carry is. So with that introduction, let's start with some things that are kind of sharp. This is the first thing I want to show you. This is my favorite knife currently. This is not only part of my audiophile carry, but my everyday carry.
That's redundant.
It's called the CEO because it kind of has a letter opener form factor. After a while, you can be as good at opening this as I am. It took me a while. It takes me a lot of practice. But it's a very slim knife. This is great for opening boxes. This is one of my other favorite things, and it's also sharp. This is a Gerber box cutter. Look at the size of that. Beautiful metal. It just feels good in the hand. It's compact, very pocketable, and now you've got a box cutter or an everyday knife. You know, sometimes this is the only knife I carry. It does the trick, but great for opening boxes. I always have a few of these lying around. You know, the old headphone adapter. You're gonna need that if you're on the go. It's good to have 2 or 3 of these handy. These are my everyday carry headphones. They're very lightweight. They're from Cost. They're between 30 and 40 bucks, but they sound really good. They're open headphones, and they sound great. I know I've got a DAC here somewhere. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's a DAC. I know what you were thinking. I can't bring a DAC and a power adapter everywhere I go. Yeah, that would be inconvenient. This comes with your iPhone. And, you know, technically there's a chip in here that makes this a DAC that converts the ones and zeros into sound that you can listen to on these. I do have Apple Pods too, but these are kind of fun. Hey, while you're at your big box store looking at the Gerber box cutter, pick up a couple of these. They only cost a couple bucks. I use this to level turntables. Now, if this was marketed as an audiophile turntable level, it would cost you just south of $100. And if you happen to own a hi-fi accessory company,
I'm sorry for letting the cat out of the bag on that one.
All right, this is on the table, so I'll show it to you. I don't know if it has to do with audiophile, but I think every audiophile should have a good, you know, everyday watch. I have many Casios. I think the watch culture and the hi-fi culture, I think they merge at some point. This is the Casio DW290. This is the reference, the model watch that Tom Cruise wore in Mission Impossible 1. And this is the reference that I'm wearing today on my mission impossible showing you my everyday carry. I like a good Casio. They're cheap. This is probably under 40 bucks and it's got a 10-year battery. It goes and goes. I gave Taylor Weldon one. All right, now you got to go to the ladies' makeup store or go to the makeup section at Target and get a bag of 3 of these. They come in different sizes. I have these all over the house near every turntable. These are makeup brushes. They're extremely soft. This is great. I don't use these on records. I have other things, but I use this to dust off equipment, get behind tubes on the tube amplifier, around the dials, the top of the turntable. All right, so speaking of record cleaning, we've got to carry every day. We've got to carry some kind of cleaning device for our records, and this is mine. This is from HUDSON Hi-Fi, Amazon, and they make a lot of cool little accessories, very reasonably priced. You know, you can get little acrylic turntable mats and cleaners and all kinds of stuff. I like them. I've ordered a lot of stuff from them. This is the bare minimum for cleaning your records. But, you know, I have a Record Doctor 6 down here, and I have a spin clean and all that stuff. All right, I got kind of a mess here, but as long as we're talking about records, this is a record clamp. This is also from Record Doctor, and this was sent to me by Audio Advisor. You know, that catalog that you get if you're an audiophile. You know you're an audiophile if you get the Audio Advisor catalog and you get the Music Direct catalog. You are automatically a card-carrying audiophile. But this is a clamp, not a weight. I do have weights, but I feel better about using a clamp. While the record's not spinning, you put the clamp on the record and then just screw this down on the spindle and it holds it down. And it can help you with records that are slightly warped, help adhere them to the turntable so they don't slip, especially on like a 1200, which has kind of a slippy mat on it. This is a great way to get everything kind of all tied together on your turntable. You're going to see a couple things from KOBALT today at least. This is a wire cutter. This is a very small, well-designed wire cutter. There are wire cutters that are 4 times this size that don't work as well as this. You dial in your gauge, you just start stripping wires. What can I say? It's from KOBALT. Probably means it's from Lowe's.
They're the KOBALT store?
I think they are. Also from KOBALT, I think every audiophile needs a good kind of mini screwdriver situation. It has a variety of these, you know, the heads. Phillips head and a flat head. Switch them out and flip them. You know, you need a Phillips head, then you flip it upside down. If I can find one on Amazon, I'll link it in the description. Okay, a good notebook, a little mini notebook. This is the United States of Analog traveling notebook. And a good pen. If I'm going to an audio show, I'm going to a showroom, I take the mini notebook. You never know when you want to put somebody's business card on here, take a note, you know, while you're listening, model numbers, whatever. A good notebook is handy. And you got to have a good pen. This one's from Muji, M-U-J-I, made in Japan. This is currently my favorite pen. I've been getting into watches, I've been getting into everyday carry, I've been getting into pens, knives. I think I'm having my 5th midlife crisis, but these are very inexpensive. They come in a box of like 10 or 12 from Amazon. M-U-J-I, Muji, lightweight, easy to handle, a nice precision line. All right, now my listening room upstairs does not have any windows. It's kind of a home theater that serves as a home theater and a listening space. No windows, it's dark in there, not very good lighting, and I'm always reaching behind equipment, behind the lowboy, my BDI lowboy. Your BDI, you should have a BDI cabinet. That's not, you can't everyday carry a BDI cabinet, but that is an audiophile must. You know, it's dark behind there and it gets scary. It gets very scary. And you need a good flashlight to plug stuff in. How many times have I plugged in a new piece of gear that I was reviewing and nothing came on and I'm freaking out that it's defective or it's DOA or whatever, and only to find out that I plugged the out cable into the input, you know, because there wasn't any light back there. Get one of these. This is incredible. I think it's 500 lumens or more and it's tiny. You've got to have a good flashlight in your everyday carry, and this is mine. Back to the turntables. I talked about this in a video recently, the PROSTER. This is the PROSTER, what do you call this? A scale, a gauge, a stylus gauge? This measures the downforce of your stylus. And it only costs between 12 and 15 bucks. I got mine on Amazon. I'll link it. I know it's accurate because it comes with a like 5-gram weight that you can put on here, and if that measures 5.0 grams, then you know this thing is accurate. We'll turn it on and see if this thing goes to 0. Let me know when it goes to... There we go. See, it's perfectly calibrated right out of the box. You know, you have a lot of styluses, you have a lot of head shells that you're using, and you want to be accurate. You want to make sure you're not putting excessive force on your records. I've shown you a bunch of hardware. Now I'm going to show you a couple of soft items that I think are invaluable in the audiophile world. Microfiber cloths. Keep a bunch of them. Buy them by the dozen. Keep them around. These are great for wiping off records that have a little dampness after you put them in the spin clean or the record doctor. They're great for handling turntable covers, and you should always remove your turntable cover when you're playing records because those covers can resonate. There are many other uses for wiping off equipment and things like that. Microfiber cloths, that's a no-brainer everyday carry. Here's one you might not think of though, soft gloves. A pair of soft gloves. What do I use soft gloves for? Well, primarily when I'm dealing with turntable belts, drive belts. Almost trashed a turntable because it wasn't working right, only to find out that the belt was slipping. And, you know, I'd used it for years and years, never thought of cleaning the belt or changing the belt. Oil from your hands accumulates on the belt, starts slipping, starts making all kinds of distortion with your turntable. Get these. You can also use these for the turntable covers, for handling anything that you don't want to get scratches or fingerprints on. Keep a pair of soft gloves handy. Everywhere that you have gear, you will find 100 uses for them. Wow, we did it. We did the everyday carry for audiophiles. This is by no means comprehensive. I'm sure I missed a lot of things. And I'm not suggesting that you keep all this stuff in your pocket. This stuff goes in, you know, it goes in small boxes near your turntable or goes on top of your lowboy or whatever. You just keep this stuff handy. What is your audiophile everyday carry? Have you thought about it? Have you started curating your collection yet? I hope so. Let me know in the comments below if anything matched my stuff, what I missed, or what some of your favorite items are. So thanks for joining me again in the United States of Analog. I appreciate you being here. If you want to do me one more favor, there's a video right here that the geniuses at YouTube have already decided you're gonna dig. You're gonna dig it the most. All you have to do is touch it, click it, preferably now, if not later.